this is the video for my storytelling evidence. Here is my sister. She will be joining us by Zoom, and I'm showing her. And I am also showing my mother because my mother is the one who will record me, but so they won't be appearing in the video, but I'm showing that they are here with me. I'm going to tell you about the time that I was the best at being the worst. So, my elementary school had a yearly event called Mini Olimpiadas, a sport-based competition in which kids competed against their classmates. And I'm going to tell you something about me. Ever since I was a kid, I was very competitive. You know, like the adrenaline of going face to face against my adversaries, it's something that I've always enjoyed. So, as you can imagine, each year when the time of the competition came, I was very excited. Not only because I got to play with my friends instead of going to classes, but also because the perspective of winning made my blood boil with passion, and it was the only source of emotion for my 10-year-old body. And do you know something else about me? I'm terrible at sports. You know, I have the physical abilities of a broom. I have no coordination, and I have the agility of a manatee out of water. But even if I was terrible at sports, I always had the hopes of winning something. You know, like maybe I had a special ability, a special talent that would awake at the time of the competition and that I would surprise everyone. Unfortunately for me, that never happened. And my results in the competition always matched my physical prowess. A story that will match this and will reflect all of this is the story of my participation in the event of throwing the ball, which, as you can imagine, consisted of every kid throwing a ball, and the kids that threw it at a larger distance would win. So little me had high hopes for this one. You know, I could imagine myself throwing the ball so fast, so high, and with such a power that the ball got lost in the sky, and that it only appeared after it touched the ground, all the way at the opposite side of the football field. So my turn came, and I was very excited. You know, I grabbed the ball, and I closed my eyes. And I could feel the heavens opening up to me and a divine light descending from the skies onto me. And it was the way of God telling me, "You've got this." So tension built up in the muscles of my arm, and I threw the ball like it was on fire, like my life depended on it. And I opened my eyes, and I looked at the sky, and I couldn't see the ball. I couldn't believe it. What I imagined became real. And what's more, I still couldn't see the ball falling on the land. I had outdone myself. I was very proud. And I looked at everyone who was looking at me, and everyone had a surprised look on their faces. And I was so proud. Not only had I surprised myself with that, but I also left everyone with an open mouth at my physical prowess. I was so excited. Well, that was until I looked at the ground and the coach yelled my results. It turns out that when I was throwing the ball, I released the ball a little bit too late, and I ended up throwing the ball in the ground. So I threw the ball at an astonishing distance of 13 centimeters. And at that moment, the only thing I could think of was, well, at least I still surprised everyone with my physical abilities. And then I laughed. So don't feel bad for me, because there was actually a time in which I got to stand on that magical podium. In this particular event, only me and 3 of my other classmates got to participate. I don't remember very well why or what sport event it was, but what I do remember is that I did very bad, as always. But this time my teachers felt bad for me, because I would be the only one who wouldn't get a medal in that event. and they knew damn well that that would be the only chance I had at winning something. So they tied me with the kid in third place out of pity. And when I heard the results, I was ecstatic, and my mother, who knew what happened, was so happy for me. And when I stood on that podium, I felt like I was in the Rio Olympics, and I rose my arms like I just had won the golden medal. And everyone who saw that could tell that I was the happiest kid in there. So, being super competitive at a sports competition while being terrible at sports may sound like a bad combination, and it seems like the only results are frustration and humiliation. But fortunately for me, I was able to look at the bright side of every situation and to laugh at my faults. And even though I only got to win once because of pity, and that I was terrible at everything else, I still remember those days with a smile on my face, because of course I could have cried or just straight up refused to participate. But being able to have a good time at losing is what made me the best at being the worst. Thank you. Now I'm showing that they are here.